Hi, I'm Steve. I've been turning wood for the last 26 years and I absolutely love it. From natural burl pieces to resin cast creations, I enjoy transforming raw materials into unique handcrafted art. Thanks for joining me on the journey. Now let's make something amazing. Welcome back to the shop. Today we're starting this rugged Manzanita burl sitting in the casting mold, raw, wild, full of potential. In this video, you'll see how it's transformed into a stunning centerpiece, cast in crystal purple resin and accented with natural sweet gum pods for added texture and depth. From the first pour to the final polish, follow along as this unique combination of wood and resin becomes a truly one-of-a-kind work of functional art. Let's get started. Any loose debris, we're going to get them into the mold so that it can be ready to be poured. I'm just putting the sweet gum pods around the Manzanita in all the open voids, and that way it'll just kind of accent that beautiful burl. We're going to put some CA glue on those sweet gum pots so they don't float around and they'll stay in position. After we pour the resin into the mold, we're going to put it in the vacuum chamber and allow all that air to be pulled out of the resin from it being mixed. And then any void spaces in the Manzanita burl or the sweet gum pots, and get all that air out of there so we don't get bubbles down the road. Down to a 28-inch vacuum, so we're going to shut the valves down and let that system work, pull the air out of the resin and the wood and sweet gum pods. Once we're done in the vacuum chamber, we're going to put it in the pressure pot for 72 hours, let it compress the rest of the air bubbles and work it into the crevices. Then when that's done, we're going to pull it out and go to work on getting the project out of the mold. We're going to find centers on both top and bottom so that we can get it mounted on the lathe so that it'll run as smoothly as possible to start. going to be truing the piece up, getting it round, and we want to get as much of that resin off the sides as we can so that we can expose the wood, and in this case the sweet gum pods, so that they're just not covered up in resin. As we're removing that resin off the sides, we're starting to see a shape kind of show up. I'm a firm believer that if you listen to the wood and the resin, it'll tell you what it wants to be, and it doesn't make much sense to fight it. It just doesn't work. Always look at the horizon, the top edge of your project as it's coming around to you. It gives you indications of any unsmooth cuts. It keeps your curves and your flow going smoothly. You just have a real clear picture of what's going on with your tool and your project. Starting to get a tenon developed on the headstock end. That way we can get your jaws on it to clamp it up so that when you're ready to put the glue block on the other end, it keeps it lined up much better, and you don't have that real bad wobble that comes when you're changing positions. got it mounted in the chuck, it allows a little better grip than the spur, and you can really get down to business getting that shape formed, and it holds so much truer. And then when you bring up and you're ready for that glue block, it helps keep that all aligned and straight, and you get less out of balance as you change the position of grip. Starting the hollowing process here, so you're going to use a set of Forstner bits, step up through the process, and I end up usually on something like this at about a 3-inch Forstner bit, and then that makes it easier to get the tools in there and get it all hollowed out. Got a small cutter on it. That thing can remove material faster than you think. I have gone through the side not paying close enough attention. It'll get you, but it's a great tool. Always want to keep a close eye on wall thickness so that you don't have bad accidents and go through the side of a project and ruin everything you've worked for. But I use that thickness gauge constantly to keep track of where I'm at and how thick that wall is. I like to keep them 3/8 of an inch to about a 1/2 inch in thickness. That way I know I got a good stable product. When I start sanding, I start at 60 grit, work my way up to 800 grit, and then I'll buff it out, and then depending upon how it is shaping up, I may go with a little bit of steel wool to kind of give it that final smoothness that I'm looking for. Using some CA glue here to fill up the voids that show up alongside those sweet gum pods, and sometimes you get little voids that the resin could access to fill up in the wood, and then sand it down, clean it up, make it look good. Here we're applying a coat of Pro Series resin. It's a very thin coat of epoxy resin, and it helps stabilize and stop the wood from drawing in your finish. It gives it a good solid base. I love using it. I use it on almost every project that I've worked on. Great stuff. Getting the bottom cleaned up so that we can get it signed and numbered and my logo put on it, and then get some finish on the bottom to get this project brought to an end. I want to thank you for watching the video. It's really important to me. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've got any comments or thoughts, ideas, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to read